Welcome again to the Deification and Supremacy Tournament. We are here for Division 4 today, and we have Sayyid Mohammed Abdullah Hassan. And he led the Dervish state in present-day Somalia in a 2-decade-long resistance. So we have another rebel leader here. They seem to be fairly common. So Peter is a Maitreya. This is in the Buddhist tradition, and again the color coding is red is for Buddha, the yellow is Mahdi, Islamic prophet, green is the Jewish Messiah, and pink is for a ruler, typically the deified ruler or some sort of claims of supremacy. Almost like a like a capitalist Buddha type figure, with, going on a celebrity Buddha sort of type thing, maybe is a better way to say it. Okay, so second matchup, we have another Buddha Maitreya doing that. So that's interesting case. He faces off against Josef Yitzchak Sneerson. Died in 1850. Versus, and this first one, I think I'm gonna go with the Mahdi for leading the violent rebellion, and then I think I will have to go with this because he did. He seemed to be pretty widely influential, especially among the elite and around the world, especially in the United States. So that seems to make sense there. And then for that same reason, I'm going to go with Yosef over Sayyid Muhammad. Again, Sayyid Muhammad was ultimately defeated by the British, and then he died of the flu. But we will see. So we began the next two matchups with Rashad Khalifa, an Egyptian-American biochemist with a PhD, would eventually claim to be the messenger of the Covenant, founding the USI, United Submitters International. And he's facing off against another Mahdi. So Johaman, let's say that's right. We have another Jewish Messiah, and he is facing off against. We have finally. So we had kind of gotten away from the deified rulers for a little while, for a few centuries, but here they are again, and with a bang. So this is a Mahdi. We are definitely getting into the modern era now. So he died in 2007, so we're in the 21st century now. I'm not going to try to say his whole name, so Dia, let's just say that. So let's stop there before I get into these next two matchups, and I can already tell you I'm going to have to review these previous ones. But I can tell you, I'm going to do Kim Il-sung over the Mahdi. And this guy, I like his story, so I'm going to go with him over this Mahdi guy, the brother-in-law. Just because he was more appointed the position. I mean, I guess it was probably inevitable just because of the connection the followers made with his name, but this guy again was, I think, the power behind the throne. I do like how this guy mixed sort of science with the research he did on the text, but I do think I have to go with this guy for actually seizing the holiest mosque in Saudi Arabia. Because that that's no small task. For sure. Hopefully you agree with that. Let me know in the comments if you do. If you have a dissenting opinion, again, that is always welcome. Any insights or further information that you have on these people is great. It's a great addition. Because like I said, I am just kind of getting a snapshot of their profiles. I think I talked about this in the last division. But we're just getting this quick little snapshot, and then just judging on the fly. So of course, the next matchup here we have Kim Jong-il. He is facing off up against this Fazlrahman Sattarov. So this is a Islamic Mahdi out of Russia, believe it or not. So we begin with Liu Shengyin. He is known as a living Buddha. And again, all the rest of the contenders are going to be still alive. So he is aged 75 as far as I know, as of this time. Disclaimer. So we have kind of a string of Buddhas here at the end. This is Raj Patel. And then our final matchup, we are getting into the New Age Buddhas and Messiahs. And first up is Ram Bahadur Bomjong, aged 30. And then we have, of course, we're going to end here on Kim Jong-un. We have, of course, the continuation of the Deified Rulers in North Korea. After his father's death in 2011, it is a theocracy, or a necrocracy, as Christopher Hitchens would say. In his case, I think that his atrocities towards humanity do outweigh the sexual predator Buddha. And then here, for the purposes of this tournament, actually, I'm going to go on influence on this one. Ooh, this is a tough one. But you know what? Overall, for the purposes of this tournament, I am going to go with Liu Shengyin, especially with his claims to 5 million followers. So that is what I'm going to do there. Obviously here, the supreme leader, the middle, Kim Jong-il of North Korea, is going to defeat the Catacombs sect. And then this previous matchup, I had already decided again to go with the North Korean leader. So this is this sets up an interesting matchup between father and son. And then we have a similar thing that's going to happen because, like I said, I do have to go with Kim Jong-un over this. So this is the Prosperity Buddha. I do have to go with Kim Jong-un over them as well. As far as overall power and influence, I mean, he's the leader of an entire country. This is still modern. They possibly have nuclear capabilities, although the tests are sort of... I don't know if it's a resounding success on that part, although that benefits. That is to all of our benefit. And then here, I think I will go with the first. So I'm going to go with father over son. But then we have an interesting one here with grandfather versus grandson. and it's actually not clear, but so I will come back to that. I need to finish this and take this one out, but see, Juhayman versus the Schneersum. I am going to have to go back and look at these men. Okay, yeah, so this was the guy that took over the mosque in Saudi Arabia, and he's facing off against the guy who died, but did he really die? So that is, I think since this other guy ultimately failed, you know, facing off against this Saudi Arabian government, with a small militia. I mean, he did have initial success by seizing the mosque, but in the end, he's facing, like, what are they, the third largest army in the world, maybe even second in Saudi Arabia, based on oil money. And this guy has an interesting story here. I think I will go with the first on this one, and I'm kind of leaning towards Kim Jong-un on this one down here, simply because he and I know this wasn't just because of him, but he did finally get an audience with America, right? So due to the current events aspect of this, I am going to give this to the grandson over Kim Il-sung, and for those same reasons, especially when you take into account this is a nuclear power, I will give it to Kim Jong-un again. So there you have it. We have our finals video matchups are now chosen. Here they are. Here's where we're at. We have Division 1 still to complete. Muhammad awaits the winner out of that matchup. And then in the final four on the right side of the bracket here, we have the Bab versus Kim Jong-un. And I can make a prediction on what is going to happen there, but we will have to dig into that in the finals video. So thank you as always for joining me. Stay tuned for the finals video. The next tournament series will be personality cults. And no surprise there, I have more than a full bracket on that one, so I will have to decide what I'm going to do there. It's going to be a mix of all kinds of personality cults, and there is no shortage to choose from. So that final list will be available. You will get to see that in the Division 1 video when that comes out. But of course, I have all those profiles still to make and decisions to make there. But stay tuned for that. We'll see you next time. Bye now. There's lots of other videos to watch, so join me, subscribe, like the videos you like, share the videos you love, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, thank you. You are the fuel to the fire.